Have you ever felt a deep, unsettling whisper inside, telling you there's more to life than what you're living, a higher purpose you're not quite grasping? We chase external markers of success, perhaps even fleeting moments of joy, yet an emptiness often lingers, a sense that the true riches, the lasting fulfillment, remain just beyond our reach. What if the answer lies not in relentless pursuit, but in an ancient wisdom, a profound understanding whispered through the ages by a king whose wealth and insight were legendary, wisdom that even modern masters of achievement sought to decode and reframe for our contemporary world? This journey into the heart of King Solomon's timeless counsel, interwoven with the insights of thinkers like Napoleon Hill, promises to unveil the blueprints for a life of purpose, prosperity, and profound inner peace. We often believe our greatest battles are fought in the external world, against circumstances, against others, or even against time itself. Yet the wisest among us, like King Solomon, understood that the most formidable adversary resides within. It is the inertia of the soul, the subtle lies we tell ourselves, and the quiet resignation to a life less than divinely intended that truly hinder our ascent. This inner war, though unseen, determines the very landscape of our existence. Solomon, in his boundless wisdom, didn't seek gold or power for their own sake, but rather sought understanding. He knew that true dominion begins not with conquering nations, but with mastering oneself. As it is written in Proverbs 4:7, wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore get wisdom, and with all thy getting get understanding. This ancient decree holds a profound truth, echoing across millennia, reminding us where our true focus must lie. Consider the concept that Napoleon Hill often spoke of, thinking into existence, and the power of the mind. While framed in modern terms, this isn't a new revelation. It is a rediscovery of principles that Solomon articulated with poetic precision. The world around us, in many ways, is a mirror reflecting the landscape of our inner thoughts, beliefs, and our deepest convictions. The mind is a fertile ground, as Solomon implicitly understood. What we plant there, whether seeds of doubt or declarations of divine purpose, will inevitably blossom into our reality. If we sow fear, fear will grow. If we sow faith, a harvest of possibility awaits. This spiritual agriculture demands intentionality, a mindful tending of our internal garden that many overlook in their rush for external gains. Proverbs 23:7 states, "For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he." This profound declaration speaks to the very core of our being, revealing that our internal landscape dictates our external reality. It's not just about what we say, but what we deeply believe in our hearts, those unspoken truths that shape our actions and attract our experiences. Napoleon Hill, in his exploration of success, emphasized the importance of a definite chief aim. This singular focus, born from a burning desire, is the modern equivalent of aligning one's heart with divine wisdom. It's about clarity of intention, a clear vision of what we are called to create, guided not by fleeting desires, but by an enduring sense of purpose. Many wander through life without such a definite aim, scattered by every passing wind of circumstance or opinion. This lack of direction leads to a life of reaction rather than intentional creation. Just as a ship without a rudder drifts aimlessly, a soul without purpose will find itself buffeted by life's storms, never reaching its intended harbor. The wisdom of Solomon compels us to confront this aimlessness. It asks us to look inward and discern the divine blueprint for our lives, not merely to stumble through existence. This confrontation can be uncomfortable, even painful, but it is the necessary precursor to true transformation, a turning point where inertia gives way to inspired action. It's crucial to understand that true purpose is not something you invent. It's something you discover, unveiled through introspection and a deep connection to the divine. Think of it as unearthing a hidden treasure buried deep within your soul, a treasure waiting to be polished and brought into the light for the world to see. This journey of discovery often begins in the quiet moments, in the solitude where the soul can truly speak. King Solomon, despite his vast responsibilities, understood the power of silence and reflection, a practice often lost in our noisy, demanding world. It is in this stillness that the whispers of purpose begin to emerge. He that walketh with wise men shall be wise, but a companion of fools shall be destroyed, Proverbs 13:20 declares. This ancient wisdom extends beyond mere human companionship. It speaks to the company we keep within our own minds. Our thoughts, our beliefs, and the internal narratives we entertain are our constant companions. If we constantly dwell on negativity, fear, or limitation, those thoughts become our closest allies, shaping our perception and constricting our potential. Just as bad company can corrupt good morals, negative thinking can slowly erode our spirit, leaving us trapped in a cycle of self-sabotage and unfulfilled dreams. Napoleon Hill also emphasized the concept of the mastermind alliance, where individuals with shared goals collaborate to achieve greater success. This principle, too, has its roots in ancient wisdom, reminding us that collective consciousness, whether internal or external, can amplify our power or diminish it. Our inner mastermind is formed by the prevailing thoughts we allow to dominate our consciousness. Are they thoughts of abundance, possibility, and faith, or are they shadows of doubt and scarcity? The choice, though often unconscious, is always ours to make. We are the gatekeepers of our mental landscape. To truly thrive, we must become discerning curators of our thoughts, actively choosing to nourish those that uplift and empower, and swiftly discarding those that seek to undermine our divine purpose. This mental discipline is not easy, but it is essential for anyone seeking a life of meaning and impact. Consider the majestic oak tree, its roots reaching deep into the earth, drawing sustenance from hidden reserves. Its growth is not haphazard, but deliberate, guided by an unseen force. Our spiritual growth, too, requires deep roots, firmly planted in truth, drawing strength from an eternal source. Proverbs 12:3 says, "A man shall not be established by wickedness, but the root of the righteous shall not be moved." This speaks to the unshakable foundation that true wisdom provides, a stability that cannot be disturbed by the fleeting storms of life or the shifting sands of human opinion. Many pursue superficial success, a rapid ascent that lacks deep roots, and thus they are easily toppled by the slightest gust of adversity. Their foundations are built on shifting sand, leading to inevitable collapse. True success, like the mighty oak, is built on an enduring, divinely rooted foundation. Napoleon Hill spoke of persistence, of unwavering determination in the face of obstacles. This, too, is a reflection of Solomonic wisdom. Persistence isn't merely stubbornness, it is an unwavering faith in the unseen, a quiet knowing that the seeds planted in faith will eventually bear fruit, regardless of immediate appearance. The path to purpose is rarely a straight line. It is often winding, marked by trials and tribulations. But it is in these very challenges that our character is forged, our faith tested, and our resolve strengthened. These are the fires that purify, separating the fleeting from the eternal. Hope deferred maketh the heart sick, but when the desire cometh, it is a tree of life. Proverbs 13:12 wisely reminds us. The journey can be long, and the wait for our desires to manifest can be agonizing, yet the promise of fulfillment, when it arrives, brings profound vitality. This verse also implicitly warns against the poison of cynicism, the quiet surrender to despair when our hopes are not immediately realized. It reminds us that even in the waiting, we must cultivate a spirit of expectant faith, knowing that divine timing is always perfect. Think of the patient farmer, tending to his crops even when the harvest is not yet visible. He understands that growth happens unseen beneath the surface. Similarly, our spiritual and material growth often occurs in the hidden realms, requiring unwavering faith even when evidence is scarce. The concept of failing forward, a popular notion in contemporary success literature, mirrors the biblical understanding of refinement through adversity. Every setback is not a defeat, but an opportunity for growth, a chance to learn and recalibrate our approach. Solomon, despite his immense prosperity, understood the fleeting nature of earthly gains. In Ecclesiastes, he often muses on the vanity of life under the sun. This perspective is vital. True wealth is not merely accumulation, but stewardship, a recognition that all we possess is a gift to be used for divine purpose. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death, Proverbs 11:4 states. This verse serves as a potent reminder that material possessions, while not inherently evil, cannot provide ultimate salvation or lasting peace. Their true value lies in how they serve a higher calling. The modern pursuit of wealth with purpose, or conscious capitalism, aligns beautifully with Solomon's deeper wisdom. It's not about rejecting material blessings, but about sanctifying them, aligning their acquisition and use with a benevolent, world-changing intention. This shifts our perspective from mere acquisition to meaningful contribution. What good is immense wealth if it serves no purpose beyond self-gratification? True fulfillment comes not from what we gain, but from what we give, from how we impact the world around us. The Bible is replete with examples of individuals whose abundance served a divine mission, from Abraham to Joseph, from David to Solomon. Their prosperity was not an end in itself, but a means to fulfill a greater calling, to bless nations and demonstrate God's faithfulness. We are called to be conduits of blessing, not reservoirs. When we hoard, the flow ceases. When we release, with generosity and purpose, the blessings multiply, creating a virtuous cycle of abundance and impact that far exceeds our individual capacity. Consider the profound truth embedded in Ecclesiastes 3:1. To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. This speaks to the divine rhythm of life, the natural ebb and flow of creation, and the importance of timing in all our endeavors. Impatience is often the enemy of purpose, leading us to force outcomes before their appointed time, or to abandon noble pursuits too soon. Solomon understood the wisdom of waiting, of discerning the right season for action and for rest, for planting and for harvesting. Napoleon Hill also touched upon the principle of specialized knowledge, emphasizing the importance of focused learning and continuous self-improvement. This resonates with Solomon's pursuit of wisdom above all else, recognizing that knowledge is a powerful tool for navigating life's complexities. Yet, knowledge without understanding, information without application, is merely intellectual clutter. Solomon sought not just facts, but the deep comprehension that transforms data into wisdom, allowing us to apply principles effectively and discern truth amidst illusion. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. Proverbs 3:5 instructs. This pivotal verse, often quoted, reminds us of the limits of human intellect and the necessity of surrendering to a higher wisdom, to a divine plan that often transcends our limited perception. This is where faith truly comes into play. It is the bridge between our human understanding and God's infinite wisdom, allowing us to step into the unknown with confidence, knowing that a greater intelligence is guiding our steps even when the path is unclear. The world often encourages self-reliance, pushing us to believe we must achieve everything through our own efforts. While diligence is vital, True reliance on self without divine guidance can lead to exhaustion, frustration, and ultimately a sense of profound isolation. The wisdom of Solomon, echoed through the ages, invites us into a partnership with the divine. It is a collaborative dance where our efforts are empowered by God's grace and our understanding is illumined by His light. This synergy unlocks a potential far beyond our individual capabilities. Consider the concept of spiritual discernment, the ability to perceive truth beyond what is immediately apparent. This is a gift cultivated through prayer, meditation, and a constant seeking of God's face, allowing us to recognize the subtle whispers of His guidance in our daily lives. These whispers often come disguised as intuition, as a gut feeling, or as a sudden clarity in moments of confusion. They are the promptings of the Holy Spirit, guiding us away from peril and towards our true destiny, if only we learn to listen. Many dismiss these internal promptings as mere thoughts or fleeting emotions, missing the divine signals that are constantly being sent. It takes intentional practice and a humble heart to attune ourselves to this sacred frequency. This is the essence of aligning with purpose, not blindly following a predefined path, but actively engaging in a conversation with the divine, discerning the signs, and responding with courage and faith. It's a dynamic, living relationship. As we draw closer to this ancient wisdom, we begin to see that the teachings of contemporary masters are not replacements, but echoes of eternal truths. They are signposts on a journey that King Solomon charted millennia ago, a path to genuine transformation. The true secret wisdom of King Solomon isn't locked in ancient texts. It's alive within you, waiting to be awakened. It's the understanding that lasting success, profound peace, and true purpose flow from a life rooted in divine wisdom and an unwavering faith in the unseen. Now, having journeyed through the profound insights of King Solomon, having touched upon the timeless principles that bridge ancient wisdom with modern aspiration, it is time to shift our focus. We've explored the fertile ground of the mind, the importance of discerning purpose, and the power of divine partnership. This isn't just theory, it's an invitation to a deeper communion. Take a moment to quiet your spirit, to gather your thoughts, and to open your heart. Let us prepare to connect with the very source of all wisdom, to articulate our desires, and to affirm our faith in the promises that have sustained generations. This is not a mere formality, but a sacred moment of surrender and powerful affirmation. O divine source of all wisdom, we come before you with grateful hearts for the timeless truths revealed through King Solomon and illuminated by your Spirit. We thank you for the understanding that true riches lie not in fleeting possessions, but in the depths of spiritual insight and purpose, guiding us to live a life that truly honors your design. We humbly ask for a deeper clarity to recognize your divine signals in our daily lives, to discern your perfect will amidst the noise of the world, and to walk confidently in the path you have ordained for us. Grant us the courage to confront our inner inertia and to break free from the lies that hinder our growth, aligning our thoughts and actions with your eternal wisdom. We declare our unwavering faith in your promises, knowing that as Solomon taught, trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. We believe that all things are possible through your power, and that you are faithfully working all things together for our good and your glory. We now confirm and receive your blessings of peace, abundant wisdom, and purposeful prosperity in our lives. May we be conduits of your grace, reflecting your light and impacting the world around us with every step we take. Amen. If this message has resonated deep within your soul, if the ancient echoes of Solomon's wisdom have stirred a new longing for purpose and transformation in your heart, then this journey is far from over. This is just the beginning of unlocking the profound power that lies within you, a power aligned with divine intention. Don't let this moment of revelation fade into memory, Let it ignite a fire of definitive action. If you're ready to walk a path of true purpose and lasting success, built on the solid rock of eternal wisdom, then I invite you to join this growing community. Subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future revelations, and share this message with someone who needs to hear it. The wisdom of King Solomon isn't merely knowledge to be acquired, it's a way of life to be embodied. Let's commit to living it together, manifesting blessings that transform not just our lives, but the world around us. What definitive action will you take today to align with this ancient wisdom?